Did y'all see CPAC at all?
I saw snippets here. I saw cutting the chainsaw, cutting the chains of the market or whatever the fuck.
Do you know where that's at?
Where was that out?
The Gaylord Convention Center.
Dude, first of all, I guarantee that convention hall smelled like awful.
It gotta smell like old man, right?
No, it's
like, you ever get that whiff? Like, what is that? That's like horrid smell that old people like emit.
No, but you have those young Republicans walking around probably just dousing themselves in Axe body spray.
Yeah, it's definitely a combination of that. Like a horrid combination of
that. It smells like the mushrooms that like Elon has in the morning.
What, like mushroom coffee or whatever?
It's like the mushroom coffee.
Mushroom coffee. Just drinking that in the mud. Yeah. No, another funny. It's just such a funny event because like you get the craziest yes-anding people ever, just like all in one place, just like stroking it slow and long to a bunch of crazy motherfuckers on a stage.
The only time I saw something like a political action thing funnier than CPAC this past year was this past year's Libertarian Convention.
I didn't know. Oh wait, I think I did. Was it Trump? Was Trump there?
Trump was there. RFK. And RFK was there, and they were freaking out. You had that guy dressed in like the lion suit, like praising Javier Milei and shit.
It's so funny because why didn't they vote for him? I mean, they feel like he's doing a libertarian.
I know.
I think the funniest CPAC I've seen since then was the baby hogs at CPAC.
Oh my god, yeah. You had, what was this, like this was like around 2020. You had Nick Fuentes and his fucking weirdo like flock, who by the way got banned from CPAC at the time, just barged in, going like, I don't know, what was it, Donald Trump, make America great, #1 Donald Trump, like that shit. I don't know if you saw that clip, but it was so fucking weird.
It was so funny.
You can't beat this CPAC though, because like, dude, he was like, not only Elon Musk was like off his fucking rocker. Like the reason why he had sunglasses on, I don't know if you saw the prop clip where they look at his eyes in between no, it was not, dude. I've seen people on ketamine. This guy's eyes were like nearly his entire fucking eyeball. His pupils are like out to here.
What do you think he's
like? It was like Super Molly or something, like Super Ritalin. It was nuts.
Super Ritalin.
Yeah, I couldn't. And then like he just comes out with a chainsaw.
Autism is one hell of a drug. Okay.
Yes. But honestly, the funniest part about this year's CPAC was at the end of the night. You know who Matt Schlapp is?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
So Matt Schlapp is the commissioner of CPAC. Funny thing about Matt Schlapp is that he groped some young like staffer's butt, like young guy staffer.
Of course. Oh.
Gaylord Convention Center.
Okay.
But Matt Schlapp left his card at the bar, so the bartender kept on screaming, "Matt Schlapp! Matt Schlapp! Where you at?" It's like you couldn't have picked a funnier person to do that too. I mean, that guy's name is literally ridiculous.
Matt Schlappy.
Who? I mean, just remove your last name at that point. Just stop. Make it ridiculous.
My God.
All right, guys. We are
Mike,
Maria,
Daniel, and this is
Mildly Controversial.
All right, first topic. Let's get out of the way. Those nasty tariffs.
Oof.
So, you guys know anything about those? What's happening? Any price checks at the grocery store?
Well, I know our Canadian friends are currently pulling all American products off of shelves, especially I saw the one about Tito's vodka. They were deliberately pulling that off the shelves, encouraging Canadian citizens to buy Canadian, which, you know what? Kudos to Canada. Give it to them.
Jack Daniels is molding right now.
Let them mold. Let them mold.
I like whiskey.
Oh, I know. I'm not shitting you. I'm not saying don't drink it. I'm just saying let them cry and shit their pants about it. It's fine.
Fair.
I got a 2019 Subaru, and I think my car is worth more now.
Yeah. It's like, what? Probably like $5,000 more, maybe even more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You gotta check the retail price on that one. But I heard Doug Ford is really taking a licking right now.
Doug Ford.
No more eggs and bacon.
Oh.
Done. Can't even have it at all. No American eggs or bakers.
Ugh.
Nope.
Shit. What are we gonna do for those fucking Rocky enthusiasts? How are they they gotta eat their raw eggs and then jog up the Philadelphia stairs.
But besides Canada had that 25% tariffs on them. Funny thing, because Canada's literally our greatest trading partner ever. Like, you literally could not ask for it. Not only a more polite country, but a better trading partner. I mean, they just give us anything we fucking want.
I find it really funny that Trump is picking a fight with literally the two most innocent countries.
Well, no, not even that. It's just like the two most cooperative trade partners that we have. That we are just fucking them over completely all the time. You're like, yeah, please, it's fine.
He's doing it for the epic win, Danny.
I guess. I mean, just owning the libs, man.
Yeah, no.
But not only that, they're tariffing Mexico now, specifically a lot of their metal imports like steel, etc., as well as their car manufacturing, which is really bad just because a lot of our plants are over there in Mexico. So like our entire, cycle of goods is just there. Yeah. So it's increased, like you said, car prices by a lot. And then, it's really just a 25% tariff. So you think, car parts, retail, getting the stuff over here, this is all increasing. It ends up being like if you want to buy your Ford F-150 and be like, that's going to be about $30,000 more for you.
Yeah.
Like an $80,000 car, $100,000, let's go. And no one's buying that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're about to buy a Ford F-150 and goes $30,000, you're not going to be able to do it. Why? Because you buy a Ford F-150, you're not like, oh my God, I'm just made of money. I'm just going to spend $30,000 extra on it.
What are you talking about? Those HVAC business owners are going to be so livid that they can't afford a new F-150. Are you kidding me? While they go lord over their employees. Yeah. But they don't even carry anything in the back.
Even when we're not talking about cars, we can just imagine what the grocery prices are going to look like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of vegetables, right?
All the vegetables, all the fruits that we get from Mexico. I mean, I think the obesity is just going to rise in America.
Well, I like my fried shit, man.
Well, Americans don't eat fruit a lot as is. They eat fried shit.
No,
so
you'd be surprised. I think a lot of... I like to eat fruits.
No, correct. But we're talking about Americans. America. We're talking about the Americans, okay?
Yeah, I guess they don't care.
They want their jalapeno poppers from Applebee's, okay?
So another thing is we also have China here that we are already tariffing 25%. I think we may have increased our tariffs by an additional 10%. But the funny thing about China is that they're actually smart and are able to completely just go around our tariffs. So what do I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. What do I mean by that? So essentially what they do is when we start tariffing them and saying it's going to cost X amount for you to get your products over here, what China does is they use proxy countries. So like Thailand, for example, is a proxy country where they essentially just sell their goods from there, but still get the money from it. So they completely circumvent these tariffs are putting on them. So at the end result, we're literally just harming ourselves for no reason.
Well, doing this stuff is basically pushing our economic allies into the arms of China. Yeah. That's what this is doing.
And like there's something to be said about using tariffs in certain like very specific circumstances. Like say if we're getting owned in steel manufacturing, you can make an argument to use tariffs so we can kind of promote steel manufacturing in the United States. But just applying it broadly is just so stupid. I mean, Trump loves McKinley. We saw what history did to McKinley after that. I mean, it was the Gilded Age. Kind of snowballed us and helped us get into the territory to be a Great Depression.
I wonder, what does this administration think that, what year are we in now? Think about all the trading routes that China has made all throughout South America. And
they're
globally.
Dude, they're they almost had the MPC committee that they just had. They're partying up, man. Xi didn't even speak. He just had his deputy do it. He's might as well. I mean... I don't care anymore. No,
China's strategy is do nothing, win. And
right now,
I'm so jealous.
Every time they meet with the administration, they're just they don't even say anything anymore because they know they're winning.
Top G.
But I want to know one thing. Why does Trump think this is a good idea? What fucking documentary? Because he definitely didn't read a book. What thing did he watch that got him convinced that tariffs were a great idea? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess just some random. Either someone whispering into his ear, or he might have just happened to catch part of an old documentary.
I think that's what it is. Like you know how there's like those Fox News like documentary, like Fox Nation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Like he definitely watched one of those, and they were like glazing McKinley or something. Like, and then he's just like, "Oh my god, it tears!"
But that's so weird.
Great idea.
That's so weird because I like history myself, and I even like don't bother to like research much about McKinley. As far as I know, his presidency really didn't accomplish much.
Well, he's also a very unpopular president, too, just because of him doing these tariffs.
Exactly. There you go.
And I wonder what's Trump's popularity rating? Was it like -7 right now? That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, what's the average? Like 20%?
I think
plus 20.
I think now it's even worse than 2017.
It has to be the lowest than it's ever been.
It's worse than like his 2017 numbers.
I don't know, man. But he'll be fine. Yeah, he got it.
I mean, we
love Trump.
Yeah.
S&P 500 can go toilet. He's our big daddy, right?
Yeah, all you guys with your 401ks, sorry, you're gonna have to work forever.
So besides
pull yourself up by your bootstraps, even with your arthritis, you gotta pull those bootstraps with your arthritis-ridden fingers.
But besides that, we had this week the joint session of Congress, which is a fun way of saying it is just the State of the Union for the president to say immediately when he becomes president. So it was kind of boring. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it was just his stump speech for the most part. I mean, really, the most interesting thing that happened was Al Green got up with a cane and was like, and then got kicked out 5 minutes later.
Yeah, and it turns out they're censuring him now.
Yeah, and 10 Democrats voted for that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking the Democrats are they're so disappointing.
I mean, and I really think that we should give him credit. Al Green stood up.
More Democrats need to do what Al Green did.
And the reason why he stood up specifically was because Medicaid. They are cutting Medicaid by $880 billion. Now, I don't know if you know the funding for Medicaid, but essentially that is destroying that program entirely. Yeah. Medicaid is a program for poor people to get some insurance. Right. Medicaid itself is even fraught with horrific, people that are taking advantage, United Healthcare. There's a lot of wheeling and dealing with that company when it comes to United Healthcare. They'll give you $25 for your grocery bill if you take United Healthcare, and then you get shitty service.
Yeah.
But it is still a great program for poor people because then they wouldn't even have any other option besides.
Yeah.
So he actually stood up and fought for his constituents, while the rest of the Democrats held up signs. She was like, this isn't normal.
Yeah, no, it's just that is the biggest slacktivism I've
is Hitler right behind me?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's funny, but it is scary, if some Democrats are really afraid of Trump, what does that mean?
No, we make fun of this.
I don't think they're afraid of Trump. Let's be honest here, okay? I would say about 30, if I'm going to give them credit, to 50% of Democrats are watching this and being like, thank God, man. Finally, fascism's here. I can just kind of sit back and relax and just let it rip through our fucking country. While my donors are like, yeah,
this is great.
Sit still, John Fetterman just sitting there, nothing going on in his head. This is great.
No, he's too busy showing his staffers more Palestinian children being slaughtered and shit. He's
great.
I don't give a shit what Trump is doing. Yo, look at this kid's head get blown off.
And I think that's a good segue into Social Security cuts as well.
Yeah. I mean, they don't care about that either. I mean, they didn't protest it at all during that joint session of Congress. And what we're specifically talking about is Elon Musk is trying to cut the Social Security Administration employees to make that program really unworkable if you have any problems with your payments at all. And then eventually, when they can, get enough, social points to do it, cut that program completely.
Completely.
The key is to gut, starve the beast, privatize. this is literally continuing the Reagan administration, starve the beast. And I know we make light of this, for your entertainment, guys, but this is actually incredibly disgusting as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, many people live off of Social Security. And I think I saw a snippet of, Elon Musk trying to say that Social Security was a Ponzi scheme on Joe Rogan.
He said that on Rogan, yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just him finding any kind of data point that he can use, which is, that 300-year-old people are, doing and, getting Social Security payments.
First of all, if someone's living to 300, I need to know their life routine. I need their skincare routine.
And primarily the reason why this is happening is because that system runs off of a very old programming language, or the programming system called COBOL, which doesn't actually track dates to data attributes.
Right.
So, let's say you have a old person, right, in Social Security, or someone that was in there before they did electronic, or added them as electronic record, they wouldn't have a date associated to them.
Right.
And I think it's...
So it could be older than 300 years old. However, all you got to do is check with the people that they fired immediately, which is the independent inspector generals, the people that actually do the work that DOGE is supposed to be doing. And their reports in 2023 and 2024 showed that only 89,000 people over the age of 100 were actually getting Social Security payments. Now, you might think that's a large number, but there is 100,000 people in the United States that are over 100 years old currently. So it's very conceivable that these people are actually, getting these payments, and they're real people.
Yeah.
So there is just a way to lie about this so that they can go and cut this program.
That's also another thing. From what I figured out about this, hearing about this, they're trying to, at least Elon Musk is trying to make it sound like, your grandma or grandpa is scamming the government for checks or whatever reason, when I think the majority of this is just a result of hospice care, elderly care, those, actual corporate side of this thing is the scamming the government for money. It's not the individual.
Hospice is a horrific system.
It's not the individual. It's not the individual. It's the corporate side of it. It's elderly care. It's doctors. It's that sort of thing, making up false numbers and stuff like that.
Right.
It's not the individual.
But to get back to the joint session, it was really boring. It went on way too long, mostly because Trump just turned it into another stump speech, which is kind of just boring. I mean, I stopped watching it halfway through because of that. But some other highlights was that he pointed to Laken Riley in the crowd. It's like, hey, we removed habeas corpus for immigrants, and now they get locked up for literally no reason. They go, I accuse you of a crime. Gone. Done.
Yeah.
And then he pointed to some cancer patient. I forget his name, but it was very funny because Elon Musk literally cut cancer research for children.
Yeah, I know.
It's like your cancer's gone. Other people's cancer? Stay here.
You don't really have cancer. That's a lie. China told you have cancer, but you really don't. I told you don't have cancer. I deem it. Your cancer's gone.
But honestly, I wish they just
You're fired.
more.
Your cancer's fired.
They needed more J.D. Vance in this moment.
Oh my God, yeah.
I wanted him. I mean, you saw from the memes on Instagram. You look, he is all over the place. Just put him front stage center, almost right next to Trump. Then we can get something out of the speech. It's boring. I don't want to listen to it. J.D. Vance's face, I'm good. Yeah. I can look because it's funny.
I also heard he was just blaming Biden again.
It's always just comes back to Biden.
Yeah.
It always. Comes back to Biden.
Everything that he does bad is Biden. You don't know this? Biden's still around.
Everything bad is Biden. Everything is bad is
Biden and Doug Ford are underneath the White House, just chewing on the wires, just ripping it apart, destroying our government.
Listen here, Jack. I'll have the final laugh.
Yeah, they're just destroying our government, and Trump's just he's trying to save it.
Look alive, Jack.
It's not our problem. Disgusting.
Hair legs.
Well, I'm happy you bring up the joint address, and I think this is a good segue into immigration. So, have you guys heard about this new alien registry? Know anything about it?
Please fill us in.
Yeah, of course. So the Trump administration is requiring anyone who's in the United States who's undocumented to be signing up for this alien registry through the Department of Homeland Security.
Aliens like...
As in people who are undocumented. No, I mean for people who are here undocumented.
Leaf Lord better fucking report.
So I'll just give you a little bit of context. It's absolutely vile. This hasn't been used in like decades, so he's using like an old law, and yeah, he's requiring people who are 14 and above to be registering on the DHS department's website.
So I'm a little bit of a history buff.
Yeah.
But when people start making registries of people,
yeah,
not a good sign, guys.
No.
Not a good sign.
Yeah, no. I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing this for, huh?
Yeah.
No reason. We're just
you need to know,
keeping track of them.
You need names. You need addresses. You need to know where to pick them up. That sort of thing.
The one thing I did hear though is that they are now they don't have the capacity to hold all these immigrants now at Guantanamo Bay, which is very funny. Is like you held a lot of people there before. I mean, you just can't set it up again. But it seems like it's going down exactly how the Madagascar plan went down of Hitler. Hitler was like, let's go to all these migrants here, keep them up there, it'll be fine. It'll be easy, no problem. And then they're like, wait a minute, we can't hold all these people here conceivably.
Also, I think Madagascar...
What do we do with them?
Madagascar was like, fuck no. So that was also part of it.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a choice at that point, right?
Yeah. I think like they're realizing to be able to transport this amount of people or all the people who are undocumented is just so costly. They have to fly them out, right, to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, military jets.
Yes.
That's inexpensive.
By the way, that's also literally to further the whole like. Originally, the Madagascar plan was just to move them, and then they realized it was too costly, so they're like, fuck it, let's just kill them. That's the same shit.
Well, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Of course, what I'm saying, like, that would be the next step. Where it's like, it's going to become too costly, and then someone's going to fucking throw the idea out there of where they won't notice that they're
throw
gone.
it out?
JD Vance.
It could be it could be Homan, it could be Vance, hell, it could even be Elon Musk. Who fucking knows? My money's on Barron. He's gonna open his fucking mouth.
He would have to become Dark Vance. He would have to become the curly hair version, like the meme version, and then he'd be like, just go.
Is that Dark Vance? I thought it was like emo haircut. Like,
there's that version, but he's like more rocker Vance.
Yeah, no,
like, he's good. He's good ending Vance.
Just to take a step back, they're planning on opening up the first detention center in the state of New Jersey, Delaney Hall. It's already in the workings, which will hold about 1,000 people. So we're not talking about a lot. We're talking about millions of undocumented people all throughout the United States. 1,000 people. I mean, what are they going to do with that?
So similar to the Japanese internment camps, you're just holding them here at this point.
Oh yeah, like I don't understand. I guess it's just too costly to remove them to like the countries they're coming from. Another like vile thing is like, why do you have people who are 14 registering? Like, right? Shouldn't you be of age, like 18? Like, why is it 14?
Because they're criminals, Maria. They're gonna kill my grandpa. Yeah. They're gonna walk into his house and blow his fucking head off.
Yeah.
That's right? Am I wrong?
That 14-year-old's gonna go to the 7-Eleven and steal a candy bar or whatever the hell 14-year-olds do nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's and so now it's been very worrisome for mixed status families, for anyone who's here undocumented, because if they don't register on the Department of Homeland Security website, now they're criminals. So like, what do? Do you sign up? Do you not sign up?
This is not a small problem. I believe, if I remember correctly, the statistic off my head, 1 in 15 families are of mixed status.
It's even lower than that.
It's even lower.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 in 4 mixed status families.
Shit.
Yeah. So we're talking about, undocumented people from all over the globe. Yeah. Right. I don't know what's gonna happen next. It's an ongoing thing. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that for sure.
And the 14-year-old criminals, too.
And the 14-year-old criminals.
Keep me posted on what that guy's doing.
Yeah.
What that kid's doing.
Yeah, like, he might be a little bit of an adult. All right, that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you for joining us.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.